this again. Share it around, whoever just joined. Start inviting everybody. I had it set up and then I pushed go and then it held up and it shut down on me again. So I'm back to now and trying to invite everybody again. So share it out, let them know. Kind of a pain in the butt. So we got 5 or 4 people now. Share it off, let everybody know. This Facebook Live's, you know, nice for people, but it's hard to actually get it set up to invite people to. What a pain in the butt. They need to make this much easier. We'll see what happens. So, anyways, you know, we'll wait for a few minutes till we get more people here. We can turn around and hopefully, you know, get this information out there. PDF information. Everybody's kind of waiting, and that's what we're talking about. So, and share the video, get it out there right now. Try to get as many people on here as we can. I'm going to try to keep it short. I got a bunch of other stuff I have to do. So give me a moment here. It's nice when it all does set up in the middle. You can fly right through it, at least on that one. Because I got to get into the, if anybody wants to call in, I need to get that set up. So bear with me a moment while I get on the call line now. There, I need to go there. And I'm going to keep trying to invite people here. So
please enter your Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. If you do not know your PIN, please enter. Thank you. You are the only participant in the conference.
okay, so the conference is ready. If anybody wants to call in, that number is 515-604-9826, and you'll need the access code 832160. You want to be writing those down if you want to call in, as that's the same number. It hasn't changed. So I'm going to leave that on the thing, but yeah, bear with me as I kind of try to invite people here because this thing's being a pain. We'll be going over the PDF and how to get access to it. We're going to try to keep a chain of command on it as best as we can. So as we get more people here, hopefully we can got quite a few invited. Looks like some of these things went out, but not all of them. So, you know, bear with me. I'm pushing through them here. So share the video and share it out there right now. It's Facebook Live. Do the, I don't know if you get a URL code that you can follow, but if you do, share that out and let people know. Get them in here. Let them listen. And I'm still adding people in here, so kind of sucks. I set that other video out, tagged everybody in it, and it started and then immediately shut down. Kind of a real pain in the butt. So bear with me. Technology is great, but it's a real bitch some days. I'll put these in here so people can see, they can hear, they'll be able to ask questions. And I'm inviting people, but this thing only allows me to invite so many people down the line, so it's kind of a real pain. So I'm asking you guys all to share it because I don't want to leave anybody out, but the way this is going, they're going to feel left out because I didn't invite them directly, but this thing doesn't allow me to. It only gives me so much room to add people, basically. So I'm trying here. We got about 10 people on here, so we'll give it a few more seconds and see if we get a few more to come in. Hopefully we get some more to pop in here. And See, you got most of those starting to get to the end of at least what it's kicking up at first. We'll see here. Because like I say, I've got 15,000 friends and I can push the button, but it only allows me to see about 7 names. So I can't tag everybody or invite everybody because it just does not allow that. But add the people, get them in here, because this is for the PDF information. We're going to go over that and detail it. It won't take too long, but let's get some people in here so we get as many people aware of what's happening and on the same page at the same time as possible. So I'm going to keep rolling here and adding some more people until we get a few more. We're about 13 or 14 people right now, so we're getting up there. I don't know if this thing even gives a limit on how many people can watch at any one time, not that I know of. Let's see, check it here. Nope, nobody in there. So, you know, I'm trying here. W, X, and the Y. Yeah, we'll get Brian. He'll do a thing on that. Her too. So I was able to tag, and that was cool. But Facebook only allows you to tag like 1,000 people, and then you're done. So it's kind of limited. Okay, we've got. I did as much inviting as I could. Let's take a look at the points we got here. Bob, how you doing? Richard, Scott, Bill, James, Janine, Hillary. And so we got William there and Jackie. There's a few. We got a few other people who's mentioned up. Hello, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Again, this is going to be the little bit of go-over session for the petition PDF to download it and be able to print it out. Before I give any of the printout information, I want to kind of go over the details that you're going to need to know. First and foremost, we're going to try to keep a chain of command on this thing. So anybody that's going to get the PDF is going to be given a password. You'll need to go to the mishican.us website, and I'm going to put that up in the link right now, so bear with me. Okay, there's the link for the website. Now, right now, mishican.us works. You can be able to send people to that website. People on mobiles are having problems signing up, especially with the Facebook Direct app, so they may have to sign up the old-fashioned way and do the actual put in their information on a mobile app. On computer, they shouldn't have no problem doing a Facebook Connect sign up. And then once you're signed up, you should be able to log in. People having problems signing up, have them contact me through Facebook, through the campaign email, and say I'm on the forum, but I can't sign up. I'll have to, either myself or one of the other moderators or admins will have to physically put them in until we get the hiccup hurdle about signing up taken care of. Hopefully that should be in a day or so. I've had a couple people, say they'll volunteer and take care of that, and I got a couple guys working on that side of it. We've had a lot of people come in and volunteer about, helping with things. So thank you. We need everybody, and no job is unfilled, and no job will be filled. Everything's going to be needed. And like county commissioner or county leaders, we'll call it, in Detroit, one ain't gonna do. We're gonna need a couple thousand. We could use a couple, a couple dozen around the whole greater Detroit area would probably be a little bit, as well as 2 or 3 district community or district coordinators or district organizers, whatever you want to call this setup. So the bigger the community, the more people we need to step up in that community to do all sorts of things, whether that's petitioning or organizing or helping get signatures or what have you. But so for the petition, we need you to go to the mishican.us website. Anybody that wants to download the petition and print it will have to go to the website. They'll have to log in. This gives us their contact information, at least a name and an email address. So this way, 2 weeks from now, after they've downloaded the PDF, printed out a dozen, 1,000, 2,000 sheets, whatever they decide to print out, we can get a hold of them and say, how many PDFs did you print out? How many petitions did you print out? And then we have that information. We'll be able to actually go, oh, you printed out, 1,000. Wow, a great killer. How did you get any signed? Oh, you got 500 of them filled out. Cool. How soon can we get those back? We need the petitions back as soon as they're filled out. As soon as everything is filled out and lawfully done and signed off by the petitioner, it needs to get back in our hands by lock, stock, or barrel, hook, book, or crook, however we can get it back, because we need those to turn into the state when we turn in at the end of the campaign. So petitions are key. So when you go to the forum, it's michican.us, you'll log in. Thanks, James. Good to have you here, buddy. And that's killer. We need that. You'll log in. People will log in the very top part of the section, the very top part of the forum. You'll look at the forum, and it says Petition PDF for download. So when they get to the forum, they don't even have to log in. They'll see that, but it's a password-protected area, so nobody will be able to get in there with the password. And you'll need to private message us on the forum to obtain the password. This way we keep our chain of command. We got people that have to sign up to the forum. We have their name and email address. When they get the password, they send me or one of the other admins a personal message. We'll give them the password. Then they'll be able to log into the PDF section of the forum and actually download the files. I also have to still yet put in an instruction manual in there so people can have the instruction manual to read and know all the ins and outs. And I'll be going over some of that stuff here as well. Let me double check this here just to be... Okay, yep, nobody's there. If you want to call into the conference call, if you have any comments or questions, I'm going to take a quick section here. That number is 515-604-9826, and the access code is 832160. Call with any questions or comments you have. So yeah, when we get live people to the forum, Facebook's beautiful for instantaneous communications. Hi, Jeanine. It's great for me doing this or you guys doing this. When you guys are out petitioning and we have our volunteers out petitioning, encourage them to Facebook Live a little bit. Make sure they're getting permission from whoever they're recording. Do you mind if I record this petition? Take a couple pictures if they don't want their site seen. See if it's all right if you just take a kind of ubiquitous picture of them signing a petition without any kind of face or anything in it. Let's show people how much interest there is. Do those Facebook Lives. What you got to do, Janine, I think, is you call in, and I think it's set up. Let me see. The noise should stop. No, not yet. So when you call in, you may have to, you've got to push the access code 832160. It'll ask you for an access code. You call the number. Use 832160, and that brings you into my conference call. Let me take a check here if it's still set up for questions and answers, which it might be. It doesn't show anybody else in there yet. So at this particular point, yeah, not at the moment. Let me get that in there. No, not there. I don't see it. Don't see it in there. I'm going to go ahead and shut the elevator music off. But yeah, once you call that number, 515-604-9826, it asks you for the access code, which is 832160. I don't see anything else popping in there at that. So hopefully we'll be able to get in there soon, Gene. If not, I'll keep trying to get back to you to get you in there for a minute. If you don't, you should hear me on the phone line too, as well as Facebook Live possibly. In that case, you might get some double echo. You might want to mute one of them. At that point. But so we get people to go to the forum, michican.us. They'll sign up. They'll be able to log into the protected site for the PDF and then get the PDF downloaded. And I suggest if they don't have a good printer to taking it into Staples or any professional printing company, and the prices vary from 2.5 cents to a penny depending on maybe how many petitions you want to print out. The more you print, the less they charge. We are collecting donations to get printing costs covered so we can print out at least 50,000 petitions. There's 10 petitions or 10 signature slots on a petition, so 50,000 petitions will in itself be potentially 500,000 slots for people to sign into. So William, if you could go to michican.us and register for the website, that would be great. Now there are some people Yeah, you might have to push 6 too, Bob. You're right. But I don't think I have it up for Q&A. Okay, I don't see Janine in there yet because it's still got music. It shouldn't be set up for Q&A, but you may have to push these numbers that Bob just put in there. William, if you can get to the forum, that's great. Some people are having some issues. We'll hope to have that solved soon. And if people can't get to the forum, we will get you the petition PDFs, but we're going to need some direct information, an email address and a phone number, so we can add you to our contact database and our chain of command database so we know how to keep in touch with you. If, heaven forbid, I die or somebody else gets in an accident, in a coma, and a heart attack, can't do something, goes to jail, we want to be able to make sure we can get access to their network and their people so we can pick up where they've unfortunately had to leave off. Redundancy, backup abilities, that's what makes businesses successful, because when something falls apart, if you ain't got a backup plan, it just fell apart. And we don't want that. Not with this. I don't want that with this. So let me see if she's back in there. So preferably people will go to the website, michican.us, log in and register. It's free. There's no charge. They turn around and log in. And thanks, Bob. Appreciate you putting that up there. Turn around, log in, and then turn around and they can email us a private message us about getting the access code, because this way, again, it forces people to be in contact with us so we know how to contact them down as the campaign goes. 2 months from now, if something happens, somebody needs to be able to know who's got these sheets, and that's what the forum will be for. Now, besides the PDF, of course, the forum has all 83 counties, so people can go in there and say, hey, I'm John Blond, Tim Locke from Midland County, and I'll petition. I ain't got a lot of time, but I'll help grab signature. I'm a fundraiser. I'll be a community coordinator, whatever you can offer to do. We've got some people helping us out with moderations here on Facebook and the website. As things get busy, we may need more. So more people that will step up and volunteer for the non-petitioning. Some people don't have the ability, don't have the confidence. There's always something that somebody can do. Even if it's sharing a post saying we need to abrogate Prohibition Michigan and end this insanity, they can do that even. So these are good things. Bob, I'm going to go ahead and pin your post up to the top a little bit with that phone number, so if somebody does want to call and dial in, they'll dial the number 515-604-9826. I see somebody's joining from 810. That might be Janine, so I'll bring her in, I think, here, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, yeah, we wanted to keep a chain of command. Last year, we printed and put out about 100,000, at least 80,000 sheets. And with we just kind of threw them out there. We put out a bunch of them in the Michigan Medical Marijuana Report, Ben Horner's magazine. He put 17,000 magazine distribution a month about, and so each one of those magazines got a petition last year. So we put out about 80, maybe 100,000 petitions last year. The problem is getting them back. Anybody that's ever campaigned knows you can paper the world. Getting those papers back is a tough one. So this is a legal document, as I've been saying. It's a constitutional amendment. It's a petition campaign, which is a legal document. We're making a contract with our own Michigan citizens and ourselves. So if we treat it like a legal document, it'll get the respect of the legal document. Last year, a lot of people didn't believe we had a chance. Some people still don't believe we had a chance. They don't believe, they won't allow it. The government won't allow it. That's the point of a petition campaign, especially a constitutional amendment. We don't need to care what Lansing thinks. That's why we can change the Constitution as the people. So with that said, is that you, Janine?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Sorry.
Speak up a little louder if you can. I think I'm turned up all the way just to make sure people can hear anything you have to say. Go ahead.
I think everybody can hear me. I just had a question about the petitions, printing them out. If I print them out, is it a legal form size or is it regular standard? It is a legal size.
Yeah.
Legal size.
And I'll be going, yes, this is some of the other information I'll be touching on here. So it's a good time to go over that. Yes, this is 8x14 legal document, double-sided. You cannot print 2 pieces of paper and staple them or glue them together or tape them together. It must be 1 sheet of paper, and it must be a printed copy or a printed file from the PDF. We cannot make facsimile copies. So we can't go to a copy machine and make, you know, empty PDF or empty petition copies. They need to be from the source files. It's very important. If they find them copies, they'll just throw them away. So we need to print from the PDF source file or from the actual petitions that we get printed out professionally that we'll send out, so they're actually authentic. So yeah, the signature side of the petition, I'll go through this in the document that I sign up for the printing. The petition will be, signature side will have to be printed in landscape format, so it's side to side. Let me grab a piece of paper just so we can go over this. So, you know, here's a legal size piece of paper. This is landscape. So you'll print the signature side in landscape, and it will have all the information and all the names. And if you haven't seen one of the petitions, this is from last year, but this is the signature side. Be printed in landscape like this, and you got the little area here for the county, and then your signature areas, your warning, your second warning down here, and then your petitioner's name. And this part don't get filled out until all these are filled out. And then the person who witnessed all these people sign here and fill out this information. And this is where you put in all your petitioner stuff. Let me get it over here. And then on the back will be printed out in portrait, just normal portrait. And you print it out, and it's going to be a very empty page. It's only going to have 2 more lines than this one, but it's going to be a very empty page because we're only looking at about 300 words in this constitutional amendment. And that will be printed in portrait on the other side. Now, again, 8x14 legal document paper, landscape on the signature side, portrait on the language side, constitutional language side, 1 sheet, double-sided print. And that's really all there is to the printing. Now, I've got a Canon printer, but it's a $30 Walmart special. It cost me $50 for ink, and I only paid $30 for the damn printer. It prints decent for some stuff, not for petition quality. My lines get kind of jiggled, and they're not nice, clean, unless I've written a real bold line. So I won't print petitions with my signature. You may have a better quality printer. Please, if it's a good quality printer, use it. But make sure you're getting good quality petitions, and make sure that it's full. Sometimes when you print, you may have to go fit to page, because if you don't, this stuff will be, you know, this line here will be over here at the edge, and you'll actually won't see the line. You'll get half of these words, and that's not going to be a good petition. It needs to be clean and have this border, as you can see here, border all the way around the signature side here. As I go through here, I'll go through and I'll bring it up so people get kind of a look, so you can see that there's a border all the way around it. It's got initiative, petition, amendment to Constitution on the top. It's got that on the back, you know. It has a little bit of room here, but these are what's the legal format. So you can't, you know, there's no changes. The PDFs are locked down. Nobody can change anything in the PDFs, and they're password protected, so they can't be changed. So nobody can make a change unbeknownst to us, and we get all these bad petitions out there, which will be then unqualified or unuseful. So, you know, that's the big thing there. Janine, thanks for the question. It's a good one. Sounds like you might be back in, because there's a couple people here I see now. Actually, there's 3 in the thing. So I just took it.
I shared a couple times, shared it a couple times, but
Excellent.
I don't know if I'll be able to print any petitions because I don't have that size paper.
Right.
And I don't know how to double side. I don't want to screw it up and waste.
The best thing to, yeah.
I have a bunch of paper, but it won't work, so I can't. I thought I would be able to at least print them up for you, but I don't want to mess it up.
Sure. What I would suggest in this, for those people that do want to print them up, but they may not have a good quality paper, or they're not sure how to do, just take the PDF, put it on a thumb drive or a CD, and then go to Staples. Yeah. And then Staples can print them up really cheaply. I'm hoping by the end of the week we've got enough funds donated. We've got enough people out there hearing about us and stepping up and donating that we'll be able to cover the printing. It's going to be probably about $2,000, $2,500 to cover 50,000 sheets printing. So, you know, we get that, we'll get those sheets printed. Then, got, you know, folks like you, we can get them down to you, and you could be a hub if you wanted to, or you know, a community coordinator, whatever. We can just give you 2 petitions to drop off a whole box, and then send people to you in your area. So yeah, there's, you know, room for everybody here. Nobody's going to be excluded except for the antis, because we know what they're going to do.
Yeah. right, I gotta sign off. I gotta run.
Thank you. Appreciate the questions. Now I see there's two other. No problem, Janine. Have fun, done. I see there's another person in there. If you have a question or want to say something, go ahead.
I'm here to William Doyle from some area.
Oh, hey, Bill. How you doing?
I need to meet with somebody because my prayer won't do it, like she said.
Right.
I tried it and it won't turn off. So if you can get somebody, or I'll be going to you, being not that far from you. But like I said, I can cover the full area. And by all means, as many petitions as we can get over here.
Excellent.
With a little bit of help.
Great. Yeah, what we can do, like I say, William, if you can, you know, a lot of people aren't forum savvy. We get that. A lot of people who are online don't like Facebook, which is why I made the forum, because last year we couldn't contact probably half of our supporters because they refused to join Facebook and weren't on there, and that's where most of our communications are at. So I really want to drive people to the michican.us forum, because that's got all 83 counties. So you'll be able to log into the forum, William, and anybody over there that wants to help you will be able to join and log into the forum free of charge, and then go down to Bad Axe or Tuscola or wherever they want to be and say, hey, you know, log into that section of the county of the forum and say, here I am, here's my information, who's here, who wants to help, and how do I get petitions? And we'll have the businesses that have petitions, we'll get them to put their information in there. Like if you take petitions and you work a couple places and you get them in there, I would like you to go into the Bad Axe forum or wherever area it's at and say, hey, I'm William Doyle, we love petitions here. If you want to sign or you want to help out and get petitions, you can go here to get them. I can't do all that stuff myself. I mean, it's just impossible for me to try to do everything, and I don't want to. I'd never sleep, and we'd never finish. We'd be failing. We need everybody to kind of self-responsible and take that upon themselves. So the only thing I care about is we're following the campaign laws, whether that's campaign petitioning laws or campaign finance laws. That's my main concern, that we follow all those laws so nobody gets in trouble.
My concern exactly, because you understand the circumstances like this.
I know you do.
But yeah, I've done nothing wrong. Like I said, I'm 100% for this. And I'm backing you guys 100%. And we want to get got on County involved. There's nobody, you know, County is aware of what's going on. You know, it's like everybody's.
Yeah, that's where we need everybody to step up and start sharing.
And, you know, I'll open this up and get this going.
Excellent. Appreciate it, William. Yeah, we need all, like I say, all hands on deck. And, you know, we got to remember that we don't have to agree with everybody's politics, as long as we agree with the politics that prohibition needs to end. I think that's a politic that we can all get behind. Now we just got to actually stand up and get behind it and get the rest of the people behind it. So appreciate it, and appreciate you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, anybody else wants to call in, as Bob put that number, is 515-604-9826, and you use access code 832160. And I'll go back to elevator music off until we get somebody else in there. So I'm printing in PDF files. They're ready to download. If you go grab a thumb drive or a floppy disk. Yeah, there's still people still got floppies. So hang on a minute. Let me see what bill collector this one is. Hang on. Hello. Yeah. Yep. Be safe at home calls. So, if we can push people to the forum, because as I was saying here, Facebook is great. It's great for this kind of stuff. It's great for sitting down and scrolling through the page to see what's went on through the day. If you need to find some important information, you're going to sit down and have to scroll for a couple hours if that information was put there yesterday, if it's a busy page. Nobody's got time for any of that stuff. And oh yeah, for anybody that was out for the eclipse, it's happy eclipse day. Don't go crazy. Let's not lose our moon net madness. But so this position of the forum allows people who don't want to be on Facebook, don't care about other forums. It allows us to centralize our base, what I call our Abrogate brigade. Because this is the war on drugs after all that we're fighting, and we may as well have a brigade. But with that being said, yeah, the forum allows us the communications ability right now. So if you're out petitioning and you walk to somebody and they say, well, geez, it's a good idea, but what about this? And you just don't know how to answer it. You can say, well, hold on 1 minute, give me a moment. You can log into michican.us, and I got a section there that says hard questions, hard answers. And we'll have to fill that section up with questions and answers. But some people will be able to go in there and say, well, what about hemp growing? And then they'll be able to log in there and say, well, there's this and this and this. This is to answer your question. This will allow people on the street to get immediate access and not have to try to find a post on Facebook on their timeline that was done yesterday, last week, last month. So the Abrogate, or the Michigan Forum will be that immediate central gratification communication portal where all of us communicate whether we're on Facebook or not. Because when you're on Facebook, if you go to the Facebook Community Abrogate page, not to the group discussion page, the Abrogate page, you look to the left and you'll scroll down on the list of things and you'll see it says Michigan Forum. You can click on that. It will actually open the forum within a tab inside Facebook's window. So anybody on Facebook doesn't even have to log into or go to the forum. They can log in on Facebook itself. But anybody who doesn't want to deal with Facebook can then have access to the forum itself. But like I said, finding that information, I go nuts trying to find a post I made yesterday. I post a lot. A lot of people share, not as enough, but a lot of people share. If I try to find something that I posted yesterday, I'm half an hour on my page scrolling through to find something that I should have access to in 30 seconds. Michigan.us gives everybody 30-second access. That's the important part. That's why it's important. So drive as many people as you can there. Please go over and join in. If you have problems logging in, send me a private message. You can do a contact us. If you can't log in, there's a contact us, but we get a message on that too. So even if you're having problems signing up or logging into the forum, you can still get a direct message to us through the forum by pushing the contact us stuff. Or hit me up on Facebook, give me a call. Of course, the campaign phone number is open and available, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 989-600-4760, 989-600-4760. As long as I'm not on it, I'll answer it and we can talk. So, the petition PDF is ready to download and ready to print. Now, we don't want to start petitioning until September 1st. So get yourself ready for the next 10 days. September 1st is Friday, 2 weeks from now, a week from this coming Friday. So I need to take a moment here. So talk amongst yourselves because I need to calculate 180th day for a quick second. What's that? No, wrong. 61, 91, 122, 153, 181. So February 27th. February 28th, if we start on September 1st, February 27th, 2018 is our 180th day. If we're short signatures, that gives us March, April, May, and June to collect extra signatures. But remember, anything over 180 days will become stale. So let's say we start on September 1st and we go through until February 27th. And we got our signatures. We're at $500,000. Hallelujah, we're good. We turn in immediately because we got to turn in on the 27th because we turn on the 28th. Every signature we took on February 1st is now stale. Remember, the legislator made a hard 180-day stale clause last year. It was already there. They just reaffirmed it. So I don't want to go into that, but no, legislation did not change petitioning format in midstream last year. And anybody who tells you that is either unknowing, unlearned about the situation, or they're fibbing purposely to you. Legislation did not change it. We've had 180 days since the early 70s. And that's been the deal. So let's, we got 180 days, and our 180th day will be September 27th. at that particular, or I'm sorry, if we start on September 1st, it'll be February 27th of 2018. That's our 180-day cycle. Now, people say, petitioning in winter, and I agree. It's Michigan for after all. We've got a plan for that. That's what this other database is talking about. We got the Michigan website, which is our own database for our Abrogate Brigade and our communications. We've got this other database that I've got people that's going to help out for. So thank you for those who volunteered. For anybody else that wants to volunteer, we need help. This is a fairly big project, and we need to knock it out as fast as possible. So the more people we get, the better. It's a very simple process. You don't need to be very computer savvy, but you need to be a little bit savvy. Basically, you'll log into Google Docs. You'll open up a PDF, a picture file. You'll look at the county listed on the picture file and then move the PDF to that county folder. So there's like a big folder, it'll say Michigan, and there'll be 83 county folders with all counties. And if you open up the big folder and you get Midland County PDF, you put it in Midland County's folder, and that's it. That's all that is. But what we'll be able to do is then go to the Midland County folder, the Wexford County, Washtenaw, Sheboygan, wherever. We'll go to that county folder, and when we get snow, we'll be able to start basically contacting people who are in the folder, who are people who've signed a petition to legalize marijuana within the last 18 months in the state of Michigan. So this will be like a hot sheet. Everybody that signed will be somebody that pretty much wants to buy your product, or in this case, sign your petition. Not all of them may want to sign it, because we know not everybody agrees with this concept, but we can usually change their minds with a little bit of common sense and logical discussion. Point, counterpoint, if you will. Honey, not vinegar. So let's, keep that in mind. Let's keep the vinegar at home and put the honey out there and slather it all over. So, our 180 days, if we start September 1st, we'll catch the Labor Day crowd and all the things going on. Now, there are some people like Scott, some things going on this week. Go ahead and start signature gathering if you really want to. You got, big things going on. Hey, man, if we get 10,000 signatures in the first 2 weeks, killer. Well, maybe we'll start around, we'll have to stop around Valentine's Day instead of the 27th, 13 days earlier, because we're 10 days out right now from the 1st. So, if you print the petitions out and you want to start, just be aware that those signatures may become stale, and we may need to get those people to re-sign again. Just FYI. So, I mean, that's about the biggest thing I can really give, I think, to how to print the petition out. And again, I'll get a PDF, a instruction manual. I believe we've got one already, and I'll clear it and make sure it's good and got the right information. We'll get that on the password protected area too. So for anybody that wants the PDF, log into the forum, join the forum, michigan.us, send us a private message saying you want the password to get into the PDF so you can download it, print it out, and start collecting petitions. But if you can, please wait until September 1st before you start. We got this 180 days, and this is a sliding scale, and as I've said in one of the other videos, it ends on the day we turn it in. That's our 180th day, and then go back 179 days from there, and that's our collection window. So if we turn in on February 27th, September 1st is our 180 days. If we turn in on July 6th, January 3rd or whatever it's going to be, is going to be our first 180 days, because that window slides on the day we turn it in. So we need to be very aware of this, very coordinated in this. It's funny that I hear the same things from the other legalized recreational marijuana like alcohol camp that we heard last year. No coordination, no money, lost cause, but they're saying the same things. Except this year, we had coordination last year. We didn't have any money. This is the hearts and minds. If Michiganders are not willing to step up, then we're going to get what somebody else gives us, and that's going to be what we deserve. So we need to stand up and get ours, because if we don't, it's going to be taken from us. As I said, this is the Second Amendment of cannabis legislation. Guns are legislated all day long. Guns are taxed all day long. There's no special tax on guns. There's just tax. Parents are in control of their minors when it comes to guns. All those apply to abrogate and full repeal. So, you know, that's a nice mental image. It's the Second Amendment. And say that, you know, do we have legislation on guns? Of course we do. Do we have taxes on guns? Of course we do. Do we have taxes on, or, you know, parental controls? Yes, that's all there. So, you know, this is some of the ins and outs that we got going on. So I'm going to scroll through these questions here again. Bear with me. I'm going to look through them. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask them. Okay, nobody's on the call yet. As long as I got elevator music, I know nobody's on there. Hey, Dustin, how you doing? So I'm going to scroll through here. Legal size 8.5 by 14, two-sided, correct, Bob? Good information. Thank you for posting that out there for people to see, because it's hard for me to type, talk, and look around at the same time. I can walk and chew bubble gum sometimes. Thank you, Dana, for giving your contact information. It looks like that's about it. I don't see. Yes, very good point, Bob. Signatures must be witnesses. That's the big point. And when we heard about the story with William last week, that's what they're trying to imply, that he was just putting them out there and letting anybody sign, and he was going to come back and sign his name. No, he wasn't. I talked to William. He was taking petitions into any business, just like we do, talking to them and telling them what they need to know. And if they wanted to keep petitions there, they knew that they had to witness the petition signature, and then they had to be the petitioner and sign off on it. That's totally legal. That's how you get extra volunteers petitioning, besides paying them $3 or $2 or $1 a signature, which we don't have that kind of money. Not yet, but it's coming. So, you know, all hands on deck, get as many people as interested, and remember, well, honey, not vinegar. And when we're talking to people with contention, even people in the cannabis community, that'll never pass, that's crazy. Keep a calm pace, keep a calm face, and spread the honey. Alcohol is legal right up until you're under arrest. 33,000 people were arrested for alcohol impaired driving or alcohol-related crimes in 2015. Only 22,000 people were arrested for possession of pot charges, and that's with the 17% increase of medical marijuana card-holding patients, basically. If you're not a card holder, you're truly an old-school drug dealer. And if you are a card holder, you're still treated like an old-school drug dealer. So I don't have anything else at this one. I want to keep this short and about the petition. So it's ready to download. It's ready to print. We need donations to cover the cost of massive printing so we can get them to people like Bob, to people like Janine and other people around the state. We've got hubs that are setting up and getting ready. There's a lot of hubs that already have the other petition, are willing to have ours. We need hearts and minds, people. With the hearts and minds will come the donations. Hearts and minds will get us the fundraisers. So let's get out there. Let's pound some pavement. Let's, you know, win some hearts and minds, and let's abrogate Prohibition, Michigan, and end this craziness. So if anybody's got any questions, I have to do some running around, so I'll be gone for the next couple hours. I'll have my cell phone with me. Give me a call there. Post up any questions. Drive people to the forum, drive them to Facebook if they don't want to drive the forum, and drive them to the community page because they can join the forum through the community page and the discussion page for comments and questions. Anybody else got anything offers? We're all ears. All suggestions are welcome. We may poo-poo it. We'll probably give it some serious consideration and try to find a way to implement it and keep everybody on page. So thank you all for showing up. I hope to be doing this again in another day or so with some more updates and some more info. So let's get everybody involved. Let's get to the forum. And if you have problems on the forum and can't get there, of course we will give you the PDF, you know, send it to you privately, but we need your contact information so I can put that on the forum, or we can, until you can get on there, we can get that on the forum. So if I die, somebody can log in the forum and say, oh geez, you know, Janine Brown, she's down here in this area and she's going to be the leader and she's got this many petitions, so somebody knows how to contact you or me or whoever else. Redundancy in communications is imperative in this situation. And we're just on the first stage. Getting to the ballot is fight number one. Getting through the legal challenges that come once we gain ballot access, that's fight number two. Getting advertising and enough votes, that's fight number three. And all three of these are going to be hard fights, so let's keep our eyes open and our asses covered. Have a good day.